Hi there, this is Chris from MoneyHub. This video looks at using the LifeDirect website to get stepped and also level life insurance quotes from their system. Now, we're big fans of LifeDirect. We've worked with them for about 5 years. They do what we can't, which is provide an array of life insurance quotes from leading life insurers. You can see these listed down below on their website. People like AIA, people like Chubb, which used to be Cigna, people like Partners Life, Fidelity, etc., etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some quotes and show the differences and just explain exactly how all this works. Let's go straight into it now with the life insurance quote tool. And what we're going to do, we'll make it nice and simple. We're going to put in a 40-year-old male, and we're going to put non-smoker. Now, if you need more than $500,000, we're just using that as for a basis, then you can use their calculator. We have a separate video below working through that to get you some ideas of how much cover you need. And then also you can see for the age what the average will be in terms of cover. You can see here the average cover is 600,000, but the most popular cover is $500,000. These are LifeDirect numbers. Let's add another adult. We'll do 40 years of age, of course, and this is a female, non-smoker. Once again, you can see slightly different coverage there, but that's just for your information. Of course, LifeDirect service is free. They don't charge. They get paid by commission from the insurers. That's the standard process within the life insurance business, and actually all life-related products, things like income protection, trauma insurance, mortgage insurance. Let's push next. Let's see how these quotes work. So to make it easy, so you know what you're actually looking at, let's change the pricing to year. That's going to update it on the LifeDirect website across the board. So you can see here that you can get $500,000 worth of cover for two 40-year-olds per person. For $500,000. Sorry, for $772 per year from Chubb, formerly known as Cigna. And you can see different quotes from different providers there. So there's Fidelity Life, there's Astra Life, Partners Life. And what we're going to do is see how that changes when we go on stepped versus level. Just as a background there, you can see all the cashback details. So insurers want your business. They will provide you cashback if you stay with them for at least 12 months. And your broker, which will be in this case LifeDirect, should you buy through LifeDirect or any broker that you choose, will give you that cashback or send that to your bank account once that comes through. You also get lots of discounts if you're healthy, so always ask about those. But let's just go straight into the different quotes so you can make sense of that. So if we change on the life cover, at the moment we've got stepped cover, which means that will change. The prices that you see there will change with time. So as you get older, the risk increases of you dying, and so thus they need to charge more for the policy. It's a lower cost in the short term. Some people like to go with level cover, and they do that because they know that they just want to pay the same amount per year for the duration of it. Now, when you click in level cover, you will get prompted how long you want it for. Now there's 10 years, 65, 70, and then up to age 80. So if you have a mortgage and you're thinking, oh, I'm not really going to pay that back for the next 10 years, then go for 10 years. Sorry, that's not like insurance advice. That would just be something that you would consider. But if you're looking at a more holistic life insurance, that you have other costs, you want to be supporting family should you not be alive anymore, your house still needs to be paid off, you may have other debts, maybe you want them to get a lump sum beyond the mortgage cost, then you can go up to age 65 or to age 70 or even to age 80. If we go to age 80 and you're currently 40, that is a lot of life insurance premium being paid. If we apply those changes, you're going to see a much higher quote than the $700 for the stepped. So here it jumps up to around 2,200, and if you were paying that for 40 years, you'd almost get to around $800,000 worth of premium cost versus 80. Sorry, my maths are wrong. So around $90,000 for that cover, and of course that takes you up to the age of 80. But I think it's probably more suitable just to have a look at something in the next 10 years, which is often what people use level cover for. So if we apply that, they can then lock themselves in for around $10,000. If you look at that, 10 years times 10,090, around $11,000. You can also see the quotes from AIA and quotes from Fidelity. Some insurers won't offer it for 10 years, hence why they're blanked out there. But beyond LifeDirect, there's also other insurers as well if you want to take a look. This is just a great starting point to get some quotes, quote indications. So here you can see that you're still eligible for cashback. You're still eligible for the multi-benefit discounts. Now, if you want to then go to a level cover up to age 65, so that's 25 years of policy that you could potentially pay, then that will jump up again because it's a big difference between the age of 50 when your 10-year policy would expire and age 65. Hence that risk is higher of death, sadly, and so that's why the cost goes up. And then if we look at one more, we'll just adjust that to 70. You can expect also as you get older, the risk is higher for death or of death, so it jumps up slightly there as well. So this is how it all works. If you want to have a look at the all details, it's really helpful just to go through. You can see the financial strength. We have a separate guide to that. With regards to making sure that the insurer is able to pay out. It's no point having cover and then the insurer is like, oh, we've actually overextended ourselves, we've signed too many policies, too many people have died, we've got no money. That's bad. So that's why financial strength is really, really critical. A customer service, this is an internal metric from LifeDirect, so we don't really comment on that. You can see the product name here. So for Chubb, it's called Assurance Extra, life cover for Astron Life, life cover for Partners Life, etc., etc. The expiry date. Now, if you were on a 10-year level, that would have it should have a 10-year date. Of course, that's quite subjective. If you want to extend it, then you can, negotiate there as well. There's always ways. And then full payment on death. That's a benefit there. Of course, that's like absolute. It is a life insurance policy. So if you die, then that triggers the payout. And also the same for certain terminal illnesses that qualify there. So you can get the money before you die. Exclusions, of course, suicide, if that occurs in the first 13 months. And then funeral grant, should you want to spend $25,000 on a funeral. That's a benefit there as well, which is thrown in. Worldwide cover, meaning that this will apply no matter where you die. If you want to change the policy benefits, i.e. the amount of cover, if you have a child, get a larger house with a larger mortgage, things like that, you can decrease them as well. Then yes, all of those policies do that. And then are they inflation adjusted? You can pay more for the benefits to be inflation adjusted, just so that you're no worse off in, say, 10, 20 years time. When $500,000, it's a lot of money right now. It will be a lot of money, assumingly in 20 years' time, but it may be relatively less just because inflation cuts into it a bit or eats away at it. The cover during application, really important to know these things. That is, once you submit, it takes some time, up to 60 days for the insurer to get back to you and approve it or not. So in that time, whilst you're waiting, then you've got up to $500,000 of cover should you die. And then financial planning. So it's very overwhelming when a policyholder dies usually, and then their family or the beneficiaries of the policy may need some help. And often that financial planning can cost money. If it's a fees-based advisor, then they pay up to $2,500 for that policy. And you can see the benefits are pretty much the same throughout the different insurance policies. You can get the funeral warding there, you can download all that and the brochure, and if you want to move forward, then you can push select. Now, of course, you don't have to use LifeDirect. We're just showing you this because it's super transparent, and you can also call them, you can call them as well and ask them questions. So that's how the level cover works, and we're really happy just to be able to see it so transparently using this tool on LifeDirect. If you have any questions, please leave them in the video down below. We have made our resources much better and much more comprehensive based on our reader and our YouTube watcher feedback. So feel free just to ask anything you want down there. We will promptly respond, and we very much appreciate it. Thanks very much, and best wishes with your life insurance selection.